Alright, let's see if the stream is going. Is this live? Yeah, we're live. Okay, I see the live button, so hopefully this is working. But anyways, hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and it just hit 5 p.m. PST, so we should be getting the update for the Final Fantasy Record Keeper event coming out. Let me double check. I feel like they said 5 p.m. PST. Let's see. Where are you? Let me pull up the Union Cross Twitter. Hang on just a second, everyone. Let's see. I'm super excited for this event because this is our first event in like a long time. Like, we haven't gotten any real events in a really long time. So let's take a look. The FFRK collaboration event starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay, so that should be right now. Let's take a look. I'm gonna hop on into our game and see if it just oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I just saw the little banner at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. We have some new Union Cross boards because they updated Union Cross at a weird time. This time it's not at the end of the day. So let's go ahead, hop into our notifications now and see what we got. Okay, so we have the challenge, so let's take a look here. So we're gonna get a Gilgamesh and Kefka boss. So for anyone who doesn't play Final Fantasy, Gilgamesh is a reoccurring sword character that you fight. You fight him in like Final Fantasy 15, you fight him in Final Fantasy 12. Pretty much every Final Fantasy has a Gilgamesh. And it looks like we have a Gilgamesh Heartless, and then Kefka, who was the main antagonist of Final Fantasy VI. Looks like we have a Kefka Heartless as well. Face the challenge and get up to 1,000 jewels. Okay, so we've got roughly 2 weeks to get these done. We complete a series of objectives for 20 quests and face off with powerful Heartless like the Weapon Master and Mysterious Sir, who I don't understand why they didn't just call him Gilgamesh and Kefka. Sort of. But anyways, completing the objectives gives us 1,000 jewels and other fabulous rewards. So let's hope those fabulous rewards are actually pretty fabulous. Alright, we also have a Final Fantasy Booster Union Cross. So this is going to be our next Union Cross mission. It looks like we have until March 8th at, again, 5 p.m. PST. Bonus times are, looks like the same as always. And let's see what we got here. So there's Final Fantasy boosters, and we're going to get 30-minute Union Cross bonus time, so that's normal. Again, extra hard boss times, which should line up with the more rare enemies times. And it looks like we have a total of 5 boards, so we're going to get 3 Magic Mirror set, a Broom set, and then a Final Fantasy Booster set, which is nothing out of the normal at this point for us. Last time we had 2 Magic Brooms, so that would have been really sweet if they gave us 2 again this time. So here we go. You can obtain Final Fantasy boosters from this event, which will temporarily strengthen your medals that feature Final Fantasy characters. Check the table below for a full list of medals that will benefit from the boosters. Okay, so this is kind of weird. The boosters only apply to specific medals. So we have those medals here. So we have the Record Keeper Terra, Ulala, Dr. Mog, Tyro. In terms of ones we already have, I think it's just Final Fantasy characters. Let's see. Hey, what's up, K.Ang Sosa John? What's up? Tell me if I'm saying that right. I definitely said it wrong. What's up, Nick Anastasi? Nice to meet you too. And yeah, Kefka and Gilgamesh. Super excited to see those guys because Kefka, I think, was definitely the most evil Final Fantasy boss that I've ever fought in my entire life, just because he was so evil. Like, I don't want to give away anything from Final Fantasy VI, because it's definitely one of the best Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy 3 on, I believe, the Super Nintendo was what it was called. But yeah, there was a Game Boy Advance release. I think you can get it off the PlayStation Store now. If you haven't played it, I definitely play it. You get to name your characters, so if you have some buddies, you know, just name them after your buddies, and it's a good time. Alright, so it does apply to the Final Fantasy characters. It applies to the tier 1s. These Final Fantasy boosters also apply to tier 1s. Okay, that's kind of neat in a sense, because these boosters like are specific to these medals, meaning that they have kind of more usefulness for us. So HD Kingdom Hearts 2 Leon is really good. Tifa and Aerith is okay. The multiplier isn't too great. We also have... Is World of Final Fantasy Sora on here? I don't see World of Final Fantasy Sora, which sucks because I have a max guilted World of Final Fantasy Sora. What can I actually use here? My Kingdom Hearts 2 Cloud EX is not max guilted. Okay. Kind of unusual that it only boosts certain things, but I mean, that's cool. I think it's an interesting mechanic, especially for this this event that's going on right now, because Final Fantasy is really cool, and the fact that they're kind of promoting it with this is really cool too. Nick, I do not play Record Keeper as well. I'm trying to limit the amount of mobile games that I'm playing, so right now I've got my main account on Union Cross, I've got my free-to-play account on Union Cross, I've got a Japanese Union Cross, and then I play Sword Art Online Memory Defrag, as well as doing card games. So all of that, plus doing grad school, is kind of difficult. So I'd love to watch some gameplay of it. If you guys have any gameplay of it, just, like, let me know, and I'll watch some of it, because odds are I couldn't get, like, meta level tiered, even if I started today. Alright, so we do have a Record Keeper medal deal. So let's take a look at what these guys do. So these are new medals for both JP and Global right now. So adorable Final Fantasy Record Keeper characters plus pixel art Terra are here as powerful and one-of-a-kind medals. Get one of these new FFRK medals each time you draw from this banner. This deal features the fabulous FFRK Terra medal, which will come with her special attack pre-strengthened to 5 dots. So clearly the Terra is what we are going for here. Ooh. It's hitting me that the live stream is not keeping up with my real-time stuff. So if I'm reading kind of fast or like ahead, I apologize in advance. Let's see here. So these are limited time medals. Oh wait, snap, I missed this part. On top of her unique pixel art design, FFRK Terra is also the first medal that lowers her target's upright defense. So unfortunately, illustrated Chain of Memories, Riku, you're taking a backseat to FFRK Terra right now. And again, these are limited medals. It is going to be... It's going to be a 10 medal pull, it looks like. You're guaranteed to at least receive one of the Record Keeper medals listed below. And if we get the Terra, it comes pre-strengthened to 5 dots. The other ones will be 1, 2, or 3. Of course, you can get a chance of them being boosted. Let's take a look. I will wait till it scrolls down. Come on, game, scroll down. Maybe it's because I'm running the Elgato HD60 versus the HD60S. I don't know. I heard there's some latency problems with the HD60 that got fixed with the HD60S. So while we wait for that to scroll, let's read chat here. Oh, dude, you lost your defrag account? What happened? Is it... Wait, is it Kang Sosa John? Because there's no way it's K8ing. Let me know how to say that so that I can like pronounce it whenever I reference it back in the chat there. But these are our medals. They look super adorable, especially are we back up? Okay. I think my connection dropped for a bit. I think I'm back on. Oh, hang on just a second, guys. Head back to our scene. Okay. I think I'm back up. Let me see if it'll pick up. I'm just waiting. Okay, there it is. I think we're back up. Okay, so back to our description of FFRK Terra. It increases the special attack bonus plus 30%. Oh my god, this medal is crazy. Look at that multiplier, 21.96 on a single target. This thing is nuts. Wow, inflicts more damage with one enemy left and enemy countdown plus 2. Man, this thing, and it's magic. Jeez, what is up? See, this is why I think Counterpoint is one of the best Keyblades, just because upright magic just gets the craziest amount of support, whereas when I look at my Fairy Stars and I think about what goes on that 5th slot, I'm thinking like HD Final Form Sora, the Aladdin, and Magic Carpet, but like what else goes in that slot here and there, you know? Upright Blue just gets so much support that it's insane almost. And this is no exception. It does come with a gauge cost of 5, but for what you're getting out of it, and if you slap like an SP skill on there, it's just too good. It is too good. That medal is insane. We are going to pull for it. And yeah, it's really good. What do the other medals do? It looks like Tyro deals 5 hits, increases general strength by 5 tiers, SP attack bonus by 15. So no matter what you do, no matter... Let me check the other ones real quick. Yeah, pull for this banner because you're guaranteed that plus 15% special attack bonus. That's really good. And it only costs 1 gauge, also really good. It does run... This banner does run into the same problem that the DuckTales banner did, where it's single target stuff. So you kind of have to be picky, but unlike the DuckTales medals where you would be decreasing the defense of just one enemy, this one you're getting more stuff that focuses on your character versus focusing on the enemy. So this is really good. Wow. Both of them. Okay, so all of them, they're just PSM versions of each other. But man, that Terra is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's insane. That Terra is just so good. It's like HD Terra Aqua Ventus EX kind of mixed in with like half of a countdown bonus. The Scrooge gave a +5 countdown bonus. This one's going to give a +2 countdown bonus. And then it does the upright defense decrease. That's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So before we go into the events, let's take a look at our draw odds, which are always really important to look at. Okay. So here it is, our draw odds. It looks like it's 5.5%, 5.5555% to get an additional tiers, or a tier 4 or higher, and an extra one, as opposed to the other banners where we've been rocking out 10%, meaning our chances were higher. It looks like the chances of getting the Terra are also generally lower than any of the current EXs we have out, which have roughly a 0.55% chance. This one is going to have a 0.12472% chance. So mathematically, let's see what that crunches out to. Let's see what that crunches out to for us. Let's see. So 1 divided by 0.0012472 means that, holy crap, this medal is 1 every 802 pulls, meaning that I hope you're the lucky one out of 100 or 802 people, because that is a pretty low ratio. The other ones, I'm not really worried about the other ones because you're guaranteed at least one. Let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom where we can see what our chances are actually of getting Terra. Okay, so our chances of getting the Terra are 0.6, which isn't bad considering that's actually higher than that 0.55 I gave just a minute ago. So let's go ahead, crunch out our numbers again, and see what our new-ish odds are. Okay, so 1 every 166 pulls is going to have that Record Keeper Terra. Let's see how much. I want to say it's 3,000 jewels. Yeah, it's 3,000 jewels with no guarantee. So I'd pull once or twice, or maybe even 3 times on this banner. Nomadic Gamer, if you're watching this right now, maybe this could be our pull battle medal. So we'll see. I'll do 1 right now just because this banner is so good. It's so great. Let's go ahead and do our 1 pull for this banner. Hope we get the Terra, because if we get the Terra, that'd be so good right off the bat, getting that Terra. So for anyone who's watching, Wish me luck. I wish you luck if you're pulling at the same time. Let's go ahead, do our one pull for these record keeper medals, and let's see if we can pull it off. Whew, okay. All right. We're going to do it. We're going to get the Terra, and it's going to be great. And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Do we just... Oh, we're just getting one. Oh, not Terra. Not Terra, but looks cool regardless. Let's take a look. So we got it 2-orbed, which is pretty sweet. Gosh, that multiplier is just crazy. It's insane. Do we do one more? Do we do one more? I kind of want to do one more. Yeah, we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more. Nick, thank you so much. I see your support on the side. I will do one more pull and then call it for now. So maybe I'll pull some more later on, but we'll do 2 pulls for now. Tyro is not bad. No, none of these medals are actually bad, considering that their utility is a guaranteed version, like a half version of HC Terra, Aqua, and Ventus EX. So it's definitely not as good as any of those medals, but the fact that you get that plus 15% if you're able to max out your buffs early on and get this medal on slot like 3 or slot 4, that's still really, really good. So one more pull for HD Terra. Let's see if we can pull off that 1 in 166. Whew, here we go. I love pulling. Like, I love doing gachas. They're bad for my wallet, but they're good for my soul. So let's see if we could pull off that Record Keeper Terra. Do we get more one? We got more than one? Oh! What? Dope! Okay. So, we got a 2-orbed one, which is really cool, and then a 1-orbed one. Okay, so if... Wow, alright, so I guess if you pull more than one on the same pull, you get them both orbed, which is really cool. It means I'm 2 away from being guilted, which is really good. And then I got a Boss Marluxia, kind of as like a side bonus. But I did get 3 Ansems. Or not Ansems, Xemnases. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It feels kind of cool that the rest of them were tier 3 or higher. That's really sweet. I'm kind of just laughing to myself because I was gonna say something else for Xemnas' name, like back in the days of like when it was called Unchained Kai, there was a different name that people on the internet were associating with that Xemnas, and I almost let it slip, but then I realized it is not. It's like an NSFW name for this Xemnas. But yeah, it's really cool that everything's at least tier 3 or higher. All right. Gosh, do we do one more? This is so bad. I get so bad when it comes to like pulling for stuff. You know what? One more. I haven't collected my VIP jewels. I collected the 3K from the VIP, but I haven't collected the key art VIP jewels. So we'll do one more. One more, and at the very least, let's hope we can get Mog, complete our trio, and then yeah, one more, and then we're good. We gotta stop. Like, I gotta stop. I have a bad gacha addiction. Let's go ahead and get rid of some money, which they call cell medals now, which are kind of weird. Let's go ahead and get rid of those guys. One more. One more. All right, here it is. One more. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna cross my fingers and not look because that usually like works out well for me. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers. Give us the Terra, or at least the Mog. Is it safe? Do I look? We got the Mog. Okay, cool. So I pulled all of the other 3 that aren't Terra. Cool. That's actually really, really dope. So I've completed my trio. It's 1-orbed though. It's 1-orbed, but I think that's still fine just because of I'd be using it mainly for the effect. It'd be good for like proud mode stuff because it's single target. Yeah, you know, I can really dig this. I really, really dig this. Whew, that's really cool. I really like these medals. I like the very Final Fantasy feel that they give, especially with like the animations that they attach to them. All right, so these are our 3 pulls. So in 3 pulls, we got each of the ones that aren't Terra. So maybe we will keep pulling. No, we're not going to keep pulling now. Maybe later. But let's go ahead and head over to our quests and take a look at what these are. So we'll hop on Union Cross really quickly, take a look. I don't believe it's a bonus time right now. Bonus time is in 2 hours, so maybe I'll check that out then. And yeah, so let's not Union Cross right now. Let's go ahead, hop over to our events and take a look at our events. All right, so here is the FFRK Challenge. Dude, Sauce Daddy Brendan, I hope you get Terra too. I hope everyone gets Terra. Like, I know that's kind of like a pipe dream, but that Terra is so good. That Terra is like the Riku, the illustrated Chain of Memories Riku plus more. Like, oh my gosh, that medal is ridiculous. So Sauce Daddy, all right, thank God. He said, just call me Brendan. Thank God. Whew. All right, so Brendan, I hope you get it too. I hope everyone who's watching this gets it, because that medal is ridiculous. I believe upright defense down is the next meta level tier for those people who have like copy medals. So what I would use it for, since it's upright blue, because upright blue is just OP medal selection, it would be something like copy key art plus Kyrie EX in my first 2 slots, and that would get me to +6 upright, and then I would put the 358 over 2 days Riku in the 3rd slot, so that's +7, and then you would go like Kingdom Hearts 2 Nominee going into the Terra 6-bit, and then reverse copying it, and then you're at -6 upright defense, which is crazy. That is absolutely insane to be at +7 upright, -7 upright defense. Like, that's just, I feel like that's where the meta of this game is going to be heading. So yeah, so that's what I currently think about it. Real quick, show you guys the animations. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and change my medal setup real quick. What can I even sell? I can sell some of the evolve medals, because I did the evolve medals quest like forever ago, and I still have like medals from that time. So let's go ahead to our Starlight, because I feel like Starlight is just the Keyblade that I throw a bunch of random things onto. So let's do this. Let's go new, and let's sort by tier. I believe it was tier 7. Yeah, they're all tier 7. Okay, so let's go here, here, here. And then we will get our... Because I want to run in with the setup, but I also, like, don't want to die. So let's go ahead and finish up the rest of our setup so that we've at least got some power kicking in. We'll do Antiform, and then we'll do KHUX in the next slot. Followed by our medal that I cry over, the HD Sora and Kyrie EX. Where are you? There you are. Alright. And then let's sell some of our weird stuff here. Let's go ahead. Am I in sell medals? Let's sell some medals. Sell some medals. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Let's see what 1-star stuff we've got. Can't get rid of the 1-star stuff. Oh, yeah, I haven't ditched all these Dalmatians yet, huh? I'll ditch those at a later time. I feel like that's just, I gotta do it epically. I just gotta ditch all those things epically. Let's actually do some EXP stuff, because we have just a butt ton of EXP medals. So let's get rid of all our 5 stars. So gone, gone, gone. I feel like that's a safe amount of the 6 stars to have. Let's see what we can get rid of in terms of our evolve medals. How many Mickeys do I have? I'm gonna get rid of these 4-star ones, because I don't ever really evolve 4-star medals at this point, because like they all come with 5. So I don't really do that anymore. I think that should be okay. All right. Sorry about the pause there. Let's go ahead and check out the animations. Actually, maybe not doing Kali with those medals is a good idea. Let's yeah, let's do a Sid quest just to display the animations right now. All right, so here we go. Let's check out what these animations look like. Oh, cool. It's like a Thundaga kind of thing. Let's see if the other ones are any different. So we'll swipe. Okay, swiping doesn't kill it. Nice. So then we'll hit up our Mog. Okay, so they're all like a version of like Thundaga. If anyone who plays Record Keeper like has a specific like name for what that's called, let me know, so I don't just keep calling it Thundaga, because it reminds me of like the Behemoth level Thundaga from Kingdom Hearts. Let's just check the red one out too, just to be safe. Yeah, so they all have that Behemoth-like Thundaga going on there. Okay, that's really cool. I think it looks super awesome. It just feels very, very Final Fantasy. So let's go ahead, check out our Final Fantasy quests, and maybe run through a few of them. Special version of Thundaga, rip. Yeah, but I mean, it still looks really cool. They still look super sweet. So let's go ahead, head into our event. Here is our FFRK challenge. So let's go ahead, screenshot that. I take a bunch of screenshots, and like I have to screenshot when I do certain events, otherwise I lose track of what I've been doing. So let's go ahead, hop into our event, and see what we've got. So Record Keeper Challenge round 1 out of 20. They each cost 5 AP, so maybe I could run through all of them in one go. We'll see. So let's go ahead, switch over to our counterpoint, because that is currently my most OP Keyblade because of crazy bonkers setups like this. So let's go ahead. I want to make sure that I've got everything I need. I got to be careful of counters, because I only have enough AP to pretty much run through all the missions once right now. Do I want to? No, this is not a good idea. Throwing that medal in there, just because it's not very strong, and I don't want to run into a scenario where I'm just not prepared. So I'm thinking about like counter numbers and stuff. Using the Kairi EX gives me +2, and then the Riku, it has extra attack, so that's 1, 2. The Key Art, the Donald, that's 4. So let's go ahead, replace that final slot with our Sora and Kairi EX just to reset the counters if we ever needed to. And I think this setup should be okay. Let me see what other upright blue tier 6s I've got rocking, just to make sure. I think that the only other thing I could do is probably just reverse copy Key Art, the Key Art 13, just so that I'm always hitting for like weakness at all times. But the Donald, actually the Donald should be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead, hop in here, and let's go ahead and attempt the challenge. Let's see if it's really a challenge is the question. Like, is this event free to play friendly? Is the real thing. So from Brendan, the name of it was Thunderous Roar. Oh, is that the name of the Behemoth attack? I don't know if that's a Record Keeper thing or whatnot. Defeat all enemies in one turn, one or more special attacks, complete without having to continue. Okay, so we could just burn through these guys real quickly. I know I'm like screwing myself over for the raid hour later, but it's fine. I'm super stoked for this event, because it's like the first event we've gotten in like ages, like so long. I don't know why they keep not. Does that even make sense? Keep not making events. I don't even know if that makes sense, but yeah, I don't know why we're just not getting enough events. Like, I'd love to play this game more often if there was more things to do in it, aside from like Coliseum. Like, I obviously saw I'm behind in Coliseum right now, but yeah, I just plan on, I hate being that guy, but I'm just so busy that at the end of the month I just burn through the Coliseum just really quickly, as fast as I can, until I can no longer keep burning through it. So I hate to be that guy. Here's your fair warning that I am going to be that guy for this month, because the Attack Boost 5 Max Lux Plus, I really, really want that for things like my HC Sora and Kyrie X, among other medals that I could use it on. Like, I'm in a shortage of medals, or in a shortage of skills right now. So there's the first one. Not too bad. Everything was like level 25. Didn't even make, the enemies didn't even make it past my buffers. Oh, is the game gonna block me right here, actually? Oh, nutty fudgekins. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually just upgrade some things real quick. So what can we upgrade? What can we upgrade? I don't like the idea of selling medals, because selling medals is the equivalent of selling currency for useless currency. Do you have a favorable trait on you? Damage and raids. We're gonna trait our Rock Titan just because there might be another like Phil-esque challenge thing going on, and to have good traits on tier 3s would be, it doesn't do anything but help you. I was about to say hurt you, but it helps you having good favorable traits on tier 3s. So I'd still recommend, even if you draw a bunch of tier 3s and you don't use them, you know, save them for a time where you might use them, because the only other thing you could do with them is sell them. And again, that doesn't make any sense to me, because it's like you paid almost real-ish currency and time to get those medals, and for you to sell them and all you're getting back is like money is kind of pointless, in my opinion. So don't throw away your medals. They're still good for something. You just gotta think of how they could be useful for you. All right, so first trait on a Rock Titan. Bah, ground. All right, there we go. So we're gonna keep that. Yeah, we're going to keep that ground. That ground is way better than damage and raids right now. So we're going to keep that. And what else we got? We got those 3 Anthems. What do you have on you? So this 6-star Anthem has nothing on it. So we can go ahead and we can roll 2 onto this one. So our first trait roll is going to be Paralysis Resist. Okay, that's not good. So there's the Paralysis Resist. Let's go ahead and do one more, and it's gonna be Strength plus 1,000. Strength plus 1,000. There we go. So we will keep the Strength plus 1,000. Let's see what else we got. See, as you guys can see, I have a very hard time throwing away medals. Like, I don't know, I just can't bring my soul to do it. So we've got an HD Riku here. Let's go ahead, trait our HD Riku. And I don't even know what would be like a good trait for this at this point. Like, minus 60s would be a good trait, but it's tier 4, so it's like, would it even really do that much damage? So we've got a Defense plus 2,000, which is the worst trait in this game. It is easily the worst trait in this game, because this game really focuses on you being the offensive player, not the defensive player. So if you're focusing on defense, like, odds are you're walling up for something, and 2,000 defense points is not going to help you that much. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! 2,000 defense points is not going to get you very far in this game, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it could get you really, really far if you're, like, I don't know, first turning into, like, a Big Shield Gardena or something like that. Alright, I think we should be in the green for now, because I don't see anything else in my immediate vicinity that I'd want to. Yeah, okay, let's keep trucking along with our quests, because we want to keep playing our quests. Like, I don't want to have to keep doing that. So let's go ahead and move on to quest number 2. Very easy objectives again, just eliminate all the enemies, don't continue, and do more than 3,000 damage in one go. So let's go ahead, scan the room, nothing there. I'm going to take out this group of nosy moles. Nosy moles. That makes a lot more sense because they have huge noses. Just double checking the objectives real fast. So let's go ahead, knock out our dire plants. And then let's knock out armored archers. So there's not much, it looks like there's not much consistency with the with the colors right now, so I don't know if this is going to be the kind of thing where there's like multicolors going across all the quests, but we'll see. How is defense plus 2000 bad? So defense plus 2000 as a trait isn't really good because the meta of this game focuses on you dealing a lot of damage really, really quickly, and either that or like preventing you from getting hit with status effects. So like damage high score challenges, if they have the golden trichlomas, they really focus on the idea of you not getting poisoned more than once, because your pet can heal you for the first time with that Asuna effect, but the second time you get poisoned, you're also going to get knocked out. So even if second chance 3, 2, 1 procs, you're still going to die the moment you come back because poison will kill you. But defense plus 2000, it really doesn't help with anything. It really doesn't help with your offensive game. Raid bosses will always hit you for more than what your health is worth. Any relevant enemy in this game will always hit you for more than what you can shell out in defense. So yes, maybe it'll help you once in a while. I did get the Cinderella and Jock medal. That came with defense plus 2000 and extra attack, and that really did carry me for a while. But as they keep increasing the meta of this game, your defense points matter less and less and less because those enemies keep getting stronger. So the game challenges you by trying to make you stronger rather than trying to help you wall up. So defense is good in certain scenarios where you're just hindered, and having extra defense like the HPO medal, which is still by far one of the best defensive medals, having something like that to help you wall up is good, but 2000 defense points, I feel like it just doesn't carry you as far as like people would need it to. So let's go ahead, keep trucking along. We are on quest number 3 of 20. 3 of 20, that's a crazy thing to say, that it's a 20 quest event, which is really cool. I really dig that because, like, people want things to do when they play games. They don't want to just sit, and especially if you're like a free-to-play player or you're like a non-meta level player, you know, you're not going to keep playing the Coliseum if you don't keep making like top 10k or something like that. Like, you're going to collect the boards after like tier 13 and then just stop. So yeah, like, especially for people that don't have illustrated Kyrie EX or illustrated Xion EX, I can only imagine how much more annoying really this game is going to be for like players like that don't have those medals. And yeah, I did say annoying, like not hard, because like there are certain ways to get around things, but it's just annoying when there are people who are just cruising through it and then you might be struggling really, really hard. I still think that we should get some sort of guaranteed Kyrie EX or illustrated Xion EX like they did in the JP version, where it was like you bought VIP and just boom, instantly. So yeah, I hope this event is free-to-play friendly. We'll see how it goes. There are 20 events and we have been going at a rate of 25 levels per, so the enemies could get harder. They could potentially get harder, but we'll see. TBH, I'm cheesing every story quest with Xion EX. Yeah, like seriously, the medals are too OP. Xion EX and Kyrie EX, they broke the game. And I feel like JP realized it, and that's why they gave all their pay-to-play players like a free Kyrie EX, because like it was stupid that people that paid to play the game got hindered by RNG pretty much. They got hindered by luck, which is the worst. Like, I don't know, I have a very strong feelings towards games that require you to have good luck, because it's like, that's not the reason people play games. They don't play games because they want to test their luck. Like, real video gamers, in my opinion, play games because they want to test their skill. Like, they want to test their ability to think their way through problems and not just be like, all right, well, let's just get a bigger hammer. You know, sometimes it's a test of knowledge for a lot of video games for me, and I just didn't like the idea that it's like paywall. Like, bam, paywall is preventing you from being good at this game. It's preventing you from being competitive, and for me back in the day, because I'm still competitive, not as much as before because of school and all that, it was like a big slap to the face that there were people running around with Kyrie EX after like one pull, and it took me like 51 pulls to get Kyrie EX. So it was a big slap to the face for me, because it's like, I just want to play my game. I want to play the game that I invested in, and luck just like didn't want me to have it. So that's why I think everyone should get Kyrie EX. Everyone should get Either Kyrie or Xion EX. I don't know. Maybe just like a toss-up draw. Like a one-time deal toss-up draw for like 5k jewels. Because I think that's fair. Like 5k jewels or maybe even like 6. But the metal's just too necessary in today's meta. It is just too necessary. So now I am just burning through these. Dude, Nick, keep it at 25 bucks. Like, don't ever be a person like me. I just personally really enjoy this game. So I'm okay with it. Like, I'm okay with supporting like development teams and stuff like that. But yeah, that was insane. The Kyrie EX like time period was crazy. The game made it to like number 4 on Google's top grossing games for that week. Yeah, it was nuts. It was bonkers. All right, so we come up to round 5 and we face our first Gilgamesh Heartless. So let's go ahead and hop right in, see if we can take out Gilgamesh before he whips out his like 20 gajillion swords on us. It'd be kind of funny if like, okay, so I took a quick look at the design. I didn't, whoa, what's my time frame? 120 seconds. Okay, that's fine. Defeat the target enemy in that time. So we don't have to kill any of this stuff. That's not the point of the mission. The point of the mission is to run to Gilgamesh and kick the living out of him. And yes, that was bad censorship. So he does come with the three counters that we're going to buff up with our Kyrie EX. A part of me just wants to get thrashed by him just so we could see what the attack looks like. But, like, nah, we're not running that right now. We're not going to play just to die right now. Okay, so that was that. Not too hard because it's only level 125. You can easily hop over that with, like, a Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Kyrie, which we have in a guaranteed banner right now. So that is the first Gilgamesh boss fight. And it came with 100 jewels. Okay. So quest number 5 comes with 100 jewels. I want to say it just keeps going up from here then. And it's really nice that we could get the jewels progressively versus all at the end. Because I know some people had a problem with that with the fill cup, where it's like you didn't get jewels until the very last mission. And of course the last mission was like really hard for some people that didn't have that collection of like tier 3s, tier 4s. They only had like a bunch of tier 5s and stuff like that because they were trying to be smart about when they pulled. So yeah, I like that the metal or the jewels are going to come at like a progressive rate versus an all at once kind of thing. All right, let's keep trucking along. Punching these plants with our HD Vanitas. And then we're punching a snowman. We're punching 2 snowmen. You know, I kind of thought about it, like, when I said the word punching, I think of it like an image, like you're punching something. But, like, what is it like when you get hit with, like, a Kyrie EX? It's like a blinding light that just knocks you out. Like, I don't even know how I feel about, like, a light that just knocked me out. Like, oh, gosh, light. Oh, I am Ansem. Kingdom Hearts is light. That was also kind of funny in the first Kingdom Hearts games. That, light was literally what... Yeah, go play the first Kingdom Hearts game if you haven't already. I don't want to say anything about it. I don't want to give away like a lot of spoilers, even though the game has been out for like 16 years almost. So yeah, light is defeating the Heartless right now. Literally just a shine of light. Nick, Kyrie EX era was hell, and I still don't have her, dude. I feel for you, man. Like, that was the time period where I didn't have Kyrie EX. It was like, why am I even playing? Like, there was literally no point to me playing. The Coliseum, I got knocked out of 10k, and I was just like, dang, I got knocked out of 10k. I looked at who was at 10k, and they were running a bunch of, like, tier 3s, and I was like, dude, I got knocked out of Coliseum for someone who had tier 3s and Kyrie EX. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts, especially since we had the reverse copy medals and like other copy medals, and it's like if you were running Kyrie EX, you weren't just running the Kyrie EX, you were copying it. So it's like, oh gosh, I fell behind so fast for that, like what? It was like 2 weeks until I actually got the Kyrie EX. But I fell so far behind. It was like, why am I even trying? Like, I had to, there was a raid week, And the only reason I was able to keep up was because I had the luck skills on me, and the right medals had the luck skills on them. So if you haven't seen my videos about raid tips, go ahead, check that out. I believe I made like 6 different tip videos. They're all different tips, so yeah, I would definitely like give a quick scan to that. Let's go ahead, just skip this raid boss, and keep trucking along. But yeah, the only reason I stayed competitive in that raid week was just because I had like good raiding concept. Otherwise, like, I would have gotten blown out of the water by people that had Kyrie EX, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it was like a real slap to the face. Like, that, pretty much the year and a half I was playing this game summed up to nothing because I didn't have Kyrie EX. Like, all the fundamentals in the world couldn't have helped me in comparison to the upright buff that was Kyrie EX at the time. I mean, I have Xion EX, awesome. Having Xion EX is also awesome. But Kyrie EX to improve the setup, to even out my magic setup. Yes. Kyrie EX is super necessary to have OP fairy stars, to have OP counterpoint. Otherwise, like, there are OP like reverse keyblade setups for like Dark Gnaw, Missing Ache, and Diamond Dust. But because we're so limited by moon gems right now, it's like, oh gosh, like, I just want to foil out one of these blades. I should play Coliseum more. I only really recommend playing Coliseum if you can, 1, get into the top 10k, because that's a free skill, or playing it up until the point where you get all the skills and the boards, and then you could stop from there, because if you can't break top 10k, there's really no point in playing beyond the like the stuff you get from the boards. Like, there's no point in you collecting coins. Climbing tiers doesn't help because all you get is like a Sid and some money medals. So maybe once climbing tiers becomes a little bit more relevant, like we get like brooms and stuff for climbing certain tiers, then yeah, like maybe that's a good time to farm Kali. But right now, Kali's in a place where it's like you're either completely competitive or you're not at all competitive. Like, there is no in between. There's no like, yeah, you could do like sort of okay. Otherwise, like, you're just wasting time, to be honest, if you proceed in Coliseum and you're not breaking that top 10k. 10k? Yeah, 10k. Alright, so we're fighting some rats. Cleaning the house of these button rats. They're made out of buttons and yarn. Cinderella, I don't know what's going on in your house, but you've got, like, rats, and they're made out of, like, materials. I can't wait to see what some of these Heartless look like in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I really hope they bring some of them to the Kingdom Hearts 3, is it Unreal Engine that they're using? But the shadowing system thing that they're using? I don't know. I'm excited to see some of these in Kingdom Hearts 3, because I think some of these designs would be awesome. Like, think about if you fought like a Gummy Hound in Kingdom Hearts 3. That would be so cool. That thing is huge. So I hope that's like a new Coliseum thing, maybe fighting all the Union Cross bosses in Kingdom Hearts 3. That'd be great. That would be sick. I would really dig seeing some of these enemies back in Kingdom Hearts 3. Alright, let's go ahead. We are now in the Enchanted Dominion. So I'm expecting a lot of plants that need to get blown up right now. Plants and bees, apparently. Nick, did you get the Heartless plushie that came with you either could order it from Japan or from the Square Enix store, or you could have bought the limited edition version of Kingdom Hearts 2.5 and gotten it? Were you able to get your hands on one of those? Because they are pretty adorable. If that's what an actual Shadow Heartless looks like, it's pretty adorable. Like, I don't know if I could stick out my Keyblade and like bomp it on its head like Donald did. I don't know if anyone remembers that from Kingdom Hearts 1. There's like a scene where Donald was just bopping a Heartless on the head, a Shadow Heartless on the head. He just took his rod and he just started like beating it on the head, but it wasn't hurting it. It was making like that dinky boppy noise, like bop 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 bop. I thought it was really funny. Alright, so where are we right now? Beating up plants, taking out plants. The creeper plant kind of messed me up in Chain of Memories, just because, like, I thought I was a safe distance away from it sometimes, but the creeper plant has an ability that, like, teleports a spike underneath you. So it killed me once or twice in Chain of Memories, the Chain of Memories, when you were in the 3D environment. But, like, yeah, it, like, freaked me out, because it's like, what's hitting me? And then I realized the creeper plants can shoot spikes underground. Nick, I don't have a Shadow Heartless, but I want to. Yes, I would. If you can get one at, like, a solid price, I would do it. But I think these things are clocking out at, like, $35 US right now. I think that's where it's at. Oh, dude, wait. Hang tight. I gotta show you something. Okay. This is a plush that I think everyone should get that plays this game. I love this plush so much. It sits by my bed because of that. So play Dream Drop Distance if you don't understand what that symbol is. But yeah, I love this Chirithy. I took it with me to the Kingdom Hearts World Orchestra Tour. And yeah, it is the only plush I have ever gotten in my life that stays with me almost at all times. Oh, we have exceeded storage capacity, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff here. Let's not get rid of magic brooms. All of you can go away. Alright, let's keep playing. So we're at level 225. This is round 9 out of 20. We still haven't fought a lot of counter enemies yet, which I'm surprised about. I'm pretty sure the Gilgamesh Heartless is going to keep coming back with counters on it. And then to that extent, I want to say maybe the Kefka one comes with a countdown one. The blue hit counter one versus the Gilgamesh, which had the red number of total metals used counter on it. So I want to say that's where they're going. I'd say that the Kefka one, if I planned this event, I would make the Kefka one more powerful than the Gilgamesh one for sure. Just because Kefka was such a good evil villain. Like, I feel like he was like a very stereotype evil villain, like mwahaha kind of villain. But like, he just did it so well, and he was a clown, so it like freaked me out. I was like, oh my gosh, why am I fighting a clown? Why is this happening? Why am I fighting a clown that's becoming an angel? What's going on right now? Like, 6 was such a good game, and I loved some of the special attacks, like I might be saying his name wrong, Sabin stuff, where you had to input commands in order to unleash his special attacks. I thought that was really cool. I thought Cyan's like Bushido ones were really cool. So yeah, I really liked Final Fantasy VI. It was a really fun game. It was really long. It was definitely a long Final Fantasy game, but it was a good one. It was definitely a good one. Yes, Chirithy protects me in my sleep while I'm sleeping. Yes. Alright, so round 9 out of 20. We didn't collect the amount of Lux. Huh. Okay, that's kind of... oh, nuts. I'm looking back on it. I only made... I was 33 Lux short of meeting that goal. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to keep trucking along. So we are going to fight our next Gilgamesh and see where we go. I can't believe it was only 33. Like 33, that's like what, a Shadow Heartless fight? Oh my gosh. Now I have to go back and redo that. That's cool. Let's go ahead. We've got another timed Gilgamesh fight here. This one is level 250, so again, pretty doable even with Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Kairi. The main thing you should be concerned about for this fight is really that you only have a single target, and he does have a countdown timer that counts down with every metal you use. So try to beat him as early as possible, especially if you have a setup like what I did, where I just kind of beefed up my first 2 metals and then just went in with a super powerful metal like the 358 over 2 days Riku. Or you can, again, there are ways to manipulate the countdown, especially with the new metals. We have, I believe they did the countdown timer too. So, let's see here. Okay, so we got 200 joules from this one. So, again, we're being more progressive. We're at 300 total joules. I want to say... So somewhere down the line, we got to compensate for 700. So I want to say we're going to get like 300 and then like a 400, rounding us out to 1,000. So let's see here. Let's keep trucking along. So the only real countdown enemy we fought so far is the Gilgamesh. Is this one even eliminate all enemies? Yeah, it is. Okay. I got to be careful when I read that, because especially for timed events, if the objective doesn't say defeat all enemies in one turn, just run to the target and knock it out. Okay, so we have a White Knight that has a counter on it, which isn't too spectacular considering it only had 3 bars of health. Neo Shadows and a Mega Shadow and a regular Shadow. No problems there. Wardrobe. This would be a fun enemy to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. This wardrobe enemy. I'd love to see it. And then just like things are popping out of it and hitting Sora. Like, I'm not a big fan of Sora, you know, getting his butt kicked. But I think it's a cool enemy. So we have the werewolf, which of course has a timer until it transforms. Very Saix-like style, and then just proceeds to just claw you like crazy. But it's okay because we had the Kyrie EX in the front to take this guy down. Nice. Okay. So that's done. Where are we at? We are at quest number 12. Have I really been streaming for an hour? Oh my gosh. All right. So that's done. It would, but I hate these wardrobe enemies. They were really annoying, and especially because they can heal themselves, that was also very annoying. But I'd love to see them still, to be honest. Like I think the enemies in this game were just designed kind of like cleverly. Like right now we're fighting a Barrier Master, which would be super annoying to fight in a non-turn-based battle game, because then you'd have to pretty much wait it out without completely getting destroyed. But the Barrier Master is another countdown enemy. So our HD Vanitas with extra attack and Kyrie EX is going to help us here. If you have the Scrooge McDuck medal, adding +5 to the countdown timer would be really good. If you have the new Terra medal, like, hats off to you. Like, that's super awesome. Let me see if anyone... I'm going to take a quick look at the group page that I'm in and see if anyone has pulled the Terra yet. Let's see that Terra pull, homies. Alright, so no one in my Facebook group has gotten the Terra yet. But there's still time, there's still hope, and we can go from there. So we got the Barrier Master paired up with an Invisible here, it looks like. We're just gonna just mow him down. Mow him. We are gonna lawn mow this thing down because we can increase its counter, which prevents it from activating its defense boosting skills. So we're just gonna knock this out with our Kyrie EX. Not even worry about that counter. Not worry about that Invisible getting like super defensed up. So we're just gonna mow him down. All right. Oh, it bothers me that the only objective that I haven't completed so far was that one to get 1,500 Lux, and I was off by like 33. It's like, 33 Lux, that's nothing. That is like punching an egg, pretty much, and defeating in one turn. Okay, so we have a playing cards fight, which shouldn't be too bad. Just wondering, but do you have a Twitter or Discord or Facebook page? I don't have a Facebook page. I'm part of the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Facebook page, which is like, I know that's kind of broad. What's the best way to describe this page? It's literally just called Kingdom Hearts Union X for the cross. But it's... yeah, I post on there every once in a while, so I mean, you might have seen me here and there if you're on that page. Oh gosh, my game is like lagging. My game is lagging. But I don't have a Twitter because I am like, I feel like an old fogey and I don't have Twitter. Just because I don't want to have too many social media sites. And a Discord, I only have a party Discord. But someone did ask me about that. I believe Red Ranger asked me about if I had a Discord, and like, can someone like kind of fill me in? What do people do like when a personal person has a Discord? Like, what's on there? Like, what do people put on there? Especially if it's, like, open. Also, if I had a Discord, like, I'd be going mad about Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. Like, I'm so excited for that. It's coming out this year, and I'm just like, oh, gosh, my whole life has been, like, building up till this point right now. Literally almost, like, more than half of my life has been dedicated to this game. That's crazy. That is nuts. Like, I don't want to say how many people have been able to say that, because there are people that play Mega Man, that play Sonic, play Final Fantasy, where their lives have pretty much gone to those series. People that love Marvel, like, whole lives have gone into that. Like, oh, man. To think that this would have been the series that tipped me into a series love, is that what it's called? I'm not really sure if that's what it's called. But yeah, this is the longest thing I have been dedicated to, is this series of games. Crazy. Fun fact, actually, back in the day, I had a school trip to go to Japan, and that was around the time Birth by Sleep was coming out, and Birth by Sleep came out, I believe, in August in Japan, and it came out in September in North America. So I was in Japan during March, and I was just like, you know what? I'm okay at Japanese. My Japanese is fine. So I bought Birth by Sleep in Japanese, and I bought a friend's PSP while I was on that trip, and I just played it on this educational trip where I should have been learning more. I was just like, nope, Kingdom Hearts. Gotta play Birth by Sleep before it gets spoiled for me. And I was like, what are the odds of it being spoiled for me when it was in Japanese? Like, I don't know. I just saw it on the shelf at Akihabara one day, and I was just like, oh gosh, I gotta hold myself back from playing it. And then my friend told me PSPs aren't region locked. I was like, nope, it's over. It is over for me. So I bought Birth by Sleep in Japanese, played it and beat it in Japanese first. I think I have 100% record on the Japanese one, because I couldn't stop playing it. It was so good. Birth by Sleep, I think, was in my opinion, it was the Kingdom Hearts game with the best mechanics. Like, none of the mechanics were broken, because I think, like, flow motion, that's broken. It's so easy to, like, kill things when you have flow motion working for you. But Birth by Sleep was just a nice balance between not needing MP. Oh, geez, what happened? Hang on, everyone. I have to quickly just BR. Think I'm back online. Let's take a look. So I'll feel comfortable once the stream shows that I am back online. But for now, I'll just run and start gunning through these Heartless. So I think we left off facing this Power Wild before my screen crashed. Alright. Come on, stream. Show me that I'm live. Not that I'm live. I know I'm live. But show me that the game is working. Okay, cool. I think we're back. So we're just fighting a bunch of Power Wilds right now. I think in the first Kingdom Hearts game, Power Wilds were definitely the most annoying enemy, because I felt like they were strong for their size, and then they could, like, slide dash and hit you and come hitting you in the air. So if you're trying to, like, air combo them or something, it's like, nope, you're getting your butt kicked too. Nick, I will read your history out loud so that people who are watching the video can also hear it. So here's my history with Kingdom Hearts. I had Kingdom Hearts 1 but never got into it. I'm a traitor, I know. Then I missed out on Kingdom Hearts 2 RIP. Then I bought Recoded but didn't like it that much. I heard about Dream Drop Distance back in 2012, but I didn't get it. I don't know why. And I think he's still typing. I'll reread the whole thing through in a hot second because I feel like you're building up to something really, really cool and I want to hear what it is. So I will wait patiently and get the full story and then read it back to the audience here. So we fought a camel, and then we've got a nice little treasure chest here. And then we're going to keep blowing up camels and power wilds. So really, the missions aren't too fantabulous right now because like there isn't a story associated with them. And I know the JP version gets like story-esque extra missions, which are really, really cool. I think it's fun that you have that interaction with your party members, like your canon party members. I think that's really cool. I really wish they brought that over to the global version, as well as like the additional quests and stuff, because I know JP gives a lot of additional quests that hand out jewels, and I know it's not a lot. It's like 30 jewels sometimes, it's like 100 jewels here and there, but it's like over time for free-to-play players that don't pay to get jewels, it's like that could sum up to be a lot. Like that could sum up to be a very meaningful amount of jewels. So I wish we got that. I feel like the first one I ever did in JP that I thought was really fun was for Mickey's birthday. He had like a trivia event that was going on, and I thought that was really cool. Even though I was like trying my best to read the Japanese to get the trivia questions right, I thought that was just really cool. It was really fun. I learned a lot of random things about Mickey, as well as asserted some of the stuff I knew already. Okay, so let's go ahead, sell that string of medals, that top row of medals. Alright, so let's get rid of that. Let's head back. And we're good. Alright, so we are on our third Gilgamesh fight here. It is complete within 120 seconds, which is the same as the last time. So let's go ahead and just burst through this Gilgamesh, take it out really, really quick. Skip all the enemy. Wait. Defeat the target enemy within one turn. So just skip all the enemies. Don't even worry about wasting your time with them unless the game purposefully makes you run into it like that. So I guess I kind of have to punch this one down. Maybe I should see if I could go above the behemoth and not have to worry about it. But for now, let's just punch our way through. We should be fine. For free-to-play players that don't have this setup, like, I hope you're watching just like building some strategies in your head, because I feel like that's a good thing to do, is that even when you're watching someone else play, you're building strategies so you know what to expect. Like for people that haven't fought this boss before, knowing that it has a 3-hit counter can be really advantageous for you going in, especially if you're going in blind. Like this kind of helps you not go in blind. It prevents you from it lets you time out like your countdown medals, like HT Soren Kyrie X or the Scrooge medal. It lets you time those a little bit better. So we were able to defeat the Gilgamesh in 55 seconds. Nick, I forgot to answer your question. My favorite Gilgamesh, I think, was actually the Final Fantasy XII Gilgamesh. I hated Final Fantasy XII. I am sorry if there's anyone that really loved it. I couldn't do Final Fantasy XII. The Gambit system, I was like, oh, this does not feel like Final Fantasy. I feel like if I'm not actively participating in my fights, then it's like, oh gosh, what am I even doing? Like, I feel like I don't remember if this actually happened or if I just kept saying this out loud a lot. For Final Fantasy 12, what you could do is set your gambit so that it fights automatically for you. Like it would say like if you're less than 25 HP, this character casts like Cure or something like that. And I felt like this might have been a theoretical scenario, or I don't know if this actually happened, but like I could set my gambits properly, leave, go like make a sandwich or like a steak or something, come back, and then everything's dead. So I didn't like that. I like participating in my fights, even if they're turn-based. You know, I still get to think them through. Nick, you like Final Fantasy 12? That's awesome. That is dope. I can see why people would like it. It's just the battle system. I couldn't. Like, I really couldn't do the battle system. Okay, here we go. So we've got the full story for our buddy Nick here. So my history with Kingdom Hearts. I had Kingdom Hearts 1, but never got into it. I'm a traitor, I know, in parentheses. Then I missed out on Kingdom Hearts 2, RIP. Then I bought Recoded and didn't like that much. Fair. Recoded was kind of a coin toss for some people. Then I heard about Dream Drop Distance back in 2012. I didn't get it. I don't know why. And then in 2013, I heard about 1.5, but didn't have a PS3. And then I did get 1.5 and 2.5 on PS3, but now have all the Kingdom Hearts games on PS4, and I'm enjoying them. Dude, that's awesome. Kingdom Hearts, it's just such a special series to my heart. So I'm glad that you're enjoying them. They are definitely enjoyable games once you get past the mob of people that just keep asking when Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. Like, even my friends in grad school were like, oh yeah, I played Kingdom Hearts back in like 2005. And it's like, are they still making like games for that? And I was like, yeah. And then they're like, oh, has Kingdom Hearts 3 come out yet? And I'm like, no. And it's like, one thing that it's kind of a pet peeve of mine is when people say, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I've only played 1 and 2, and I'm just like, no. You're going to be so lost in Kingdom Hearts 3. You're going to be a traveler without a map. You're going to be a Pokemon trainer in a cave without a Pokemon with Flash. It's like, oh my gosh, you're going to be so lost. Like, who is Ventus? Who is Aqua? Why is Xehanort an old guy? He was totally a young-looking dude in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like, oh my gosh, they're going to be so lost. So I feel like, number one, it's not paying tribute to the amount of work that went into the other games. Like Birth by Sleep had fantastic gameplay. Recoded was super irrelevant, in my opinion. Like, the only important parts were, like, here and there, and then they tried to make it important by talking about Data Sora and Data Worlds and stuff like that. But it had fun gameplay. Like, I had a fun time with the new Keyblades they had. Like the I believe 0-1 was the broken Keyblade in that game, because it allowed you to do distance attacking. So it pretty much allowed you to hit things that you weren't even close to. Like, the way I leveled up in that game is that I got my 0-1. It was like you had to be in a special kind of overclock type of game mechanic in order to get that distance hitting. But I would just run into a room, spawn the enemies, just slash them all with my distance hitting, and then ran into another room, did it again. I just kept doing that on repeat until I was like max level. So like, yeah, that was a super fun Keyblade. There was a great skill in there called Judgment Triad, which was awesome. I loved that skill because it's like you whipped like 3 light Keyblades out and they focused in on the enemy. So even if you were far away, it would close in on them. Chain Rave was also another fantastic. Oh gosh, so good. It was so good. They added the Rave skills back in Dream Drop Distance. I think they called them Windmill skills though. I don't know why they changed it from Rave. I believe Chain Rave. I want to say that's what the skill was called in Recoded. I forgot though, to be honest. It's been so long since I played Recoded because there was never really a reason for me to replay it after that first time. So we are on round 17. Okay. Nick, honestly, I haven't played Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance and 358 over 2 days, but I've watched the cutscene movies of 358. Yes, the cutscene movies, I feel like if you're just getting into the games recently, I would just watch the cutscenes, because 358 over 2 was a ridiculously long game. Like, I can't even believe how long that game was, because they added in so many, like, missions and stuff where you had to just kind of, like, do random things that weren't really important. Like, you had to collect a certain number of hearts, or you had to defeat a certain number of Heartless, stuff like that, which kind of made the game feel a little tedious that you were doing missions like that. But the cutscenes do a really good job of summarizing it without you having to burn like the almost excessive amount of hours of gameplay in order to get the full 358 over 2 days story. The HD rendition is just superb. I love it. I love the way they animate tears here and there. It's just so good. And then to have it redone HD 60 FPS, it's like, oh gosh, like, oh, I would watch this movie for days. It's so beautiful. As for Rechain of Memories, I don't want to play it, but I know the story. Okay, that's fine. At least you're not going in blind. At least you know things about like Organization 13. I liked the Game Boy version of Chain of Memories better than the Rechain of Memories. Like, I know it was a big step to have it rendered in 3D, but to play it on that 2D screen was really cool. To have it be portable was really cool. I liked how the game took advantage of certain 2D elements that I just really appreciated. It was such a solid Game Boy Advance game. I would definitely place it on the top lists of my Game Boy Advance games just because it was so good. It was real-time battle for a Game Boy Advance game. Like, the only other games that I really played on the Game Boy Advance were like Pokemon games. So Chain of Memories, or I'm sorry, just regular Chain of Memories was like a breath of fresh air for the Game Boy Advance, which is a portable console. And I really, really was digging it. To this day, though, there is one thing that haunts me about Chain of Memories, and that there was a limited edition Game Boy Advance SP that came out for Chain of Memories, and I really, really wanted it as a kid. Like, I really wanted it. It looked so sick, but it was only available in Japan, and it was at a point in my life where, like, I wasn't allowed to use eBay just because eBay was kind of a shady kind of place back in the day. There wasn't a lot of, like, internet security back in the day, so yeah, like, I really wanted that limited edition version, but looking back on it, it's like, I can't even complain. Like, what would it be doing right now? It'd be sitting on, like, a shelf somewhere, but I still think it looked beautiful. It looked fantastic. Alright, we are on quest, what are you, 16? 17? Something along those lines. I want to say it's 17. Oh, we're fighting against a Fluttering. So a Fluttering has a countdown on it, and then it will do that move that will pretty much attack you. I don't remember if it poisons you. I think it might. I try my best to not get poisoned and knocked out at the same time, just because I don't want to have to deal with the repercussions of coming back from like a second chance or an HP recovery, and then getting completely smacked by poison for death. But we are fighting a giant macaron. We're fighting layers of macarons. What would that look like in Kingdom Hearts 3? Like, oh gosh, I'm getting attacked by macarons. Ah, someone help. Donald, heal me. I'm getting attacked by macarons. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. It's another enemy I would love to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't want to see these archers, though. The poison, paralysis, and sleep archers, you can stay in Union Cross and leave us alone. Hate these enemies. They're so annoying. It's like sometimes you have to plan a whole strategy around them, which is good. Again, it goes back to like the playing part of games where you have to strategize, but it's like, ugh. It's like the moment I see that enemy pop up on the screen, I'm just like, ugh, no. Please game, don't be like this. Alright, so we are at around 450 level enemies, which I would still argue you can take out with 0.2 Kairi alone. Like, you might need a few defense debuffs here and there, but 0.2 Kairi should still be able to make it for people past around the 500 level. So we're just busting through, knocking out these wyverns. With our buffers, we're not even using our attackers. Gosh, I feel like I've really been going through this quest with just my buffers, really. My buffers and 358 over 2 days Riku. See, here we go. 358 over 2 days Riku coming in. Okay. Boy, they're really packing on the enemies in this stage. Gonna fight some dark plants that spit out darkness. Do they spit out darkness? Is that what it is? Can plants spit? Like, in your face? I don't know. Sorry, that was a weird thought that just came across right now that I just said out loud. Let's see if we got any other enemies here. Alright, so we've got a Barrier Master, which is kind of tricky, because they didn't tell us we were going to fight a Barrier Master until the very last part. It wasn't even the target enemy, so heads up, there's a Barrier Master at the end. But we should be fine because we've got the Kairi EX and the HC Vanitas copy that is able to bump up those numbers so we don't have to worry about them. Nice. Again, if you're having problems with those kind of enemies, you can use single target medals like the Record Keeper medals and just specifically target the enemies that don't have a countdown on them. And then the minute that you have your buffs set up, you just ram that countdown enemy and try and knock it out in one turn before it can activate its buffs or debuffs if it's that kind of enemy. So that was actually quest 18. We've got 2 more to go, and then we are done with this challenge. Oh my gosh. Ugh, metal capacity. Alright, there we go. So, we are on our last missions, fighting a dark side here, and I want to say, I really hope we fight the Kefka at the end. That'd be really, really cool. So here we go, fighting our dark side, which is easily one of the most annoying bosses that this game has to offer. It can debuff you, it can rebuff itself. It's like, oh gosh. It's the most annoying one because it can buff and debuff itself. Like, behemoths can cast, like, poison on you. I don't believe the Trick Masters can actually do anything to you. Like, I don't think they cause any sort of buffing or debuffing. But I feel like a lot of the enemies don't do that either. But, man, the dark sides, especially the Omega dark sides in certain events, can get very, very annoying because of that buffing, debuffing ability. Alright, so we've got a solo Barrier Master, which is kind of funny because seeing a Barrier Master alone, it can't hurt you. Like, I don't think Barrier Masters have any attacks that actually cause physical damage to you. So, maybe that fight, I feel like it's flawed because all you're doing at that point is you're putting the auto button on and you're walking away and just waiting until you can knock out that Barrier Master, essentially. Like, you don't even have to worry about dying. The Barrier Master's not going to hit you. It can hit you. So, I don't know why they put a solo Barrier Master there. Anyways, we are still trucking along, going along with our black gummy copter fleet. I used to have, like, the hardest time with this Heartless because it was just, it was so annoying. I feel like it was back in the days where buffing and debuffing was, like, OP. That was this game's meta. Not even like upright buffs or like general attack buffs or like defense debuffs. It was like just having buffs in general was OP for the game. It was back in the days when it was like you got super stoked that you got Kingdom Hearts Cloud, which was like tier 2 metal that just did a bunch of damage. It didn't do any buffs or anything, but it did a bunch of damage. Alright, here we are. We are fighting a Heat Saber. 2 Heat Sabers. So, looks like you got to be careful of that 100 countdown right there. But again, level 475 is pretty easily run over by today's standards for this game. So, I would say as of right now, this is a very free-to-play friendly event. I would say maybe the difficulty would be in like the timed missions with the Gilgamesh. In case you like just can't buff or debuff that fast, like that can definitely hinder your timing on those. And that's where I'd say maybe this would get kind of difficult. But overall, the enemies are like less than level 500, which is not too hard to run over with all the stuff we're getting today. I mean, like there's a very good chance that some people could roll into a Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi that has extra attack on it, just because of the easy number of times it is to get Kairi. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Kairi. Like, you get her guaranteed from the newcomer deal. She comes every once in a while in the top drawer deal, which I hope I didn't jinx myself because I want that illustrated Shiani X. But yeah, like 0.2 Kairi should be enough for most of these missions, to be honest. So going back to Nick's commentary, I played some of Chain of Memories, but not much. Not that it matters to me anymore, but back in 2011, 2013, when I was rediscovering Kingdom Hearts, I got confused about the part of Recom and Recoded. Okay, yeah, they're just remakes. That's why they're like replay kind of thing. But now I know it's just a title for Kingdom Hearts games. The titles for Kingdom Hearts games are so strange. Absolutely. Ugh. The number of memes that have come out of how they number the Kingdom Hearts games is just absurd. Kingdom Hearts, like, I saw one that was like Kingdom Hearts 2.9547867 with Knuckles. And I'm just like, what is this? Like, memes. Alright. So the final boss is going to be a Kefka. It looks super sweet. Let's see if these are actual, like, parts to the boss, or if it's just one big boss that has things surrounding it. So here we go. Gonna fight our mysterious Sir, who is really just Kefka. And we are gonna go in with our Counterpoint, because Counterpoint has very rarely failed me. So here we go. Going in. The objectives are to defeat the target enemy in one turn, complete without having to continue, and then defeat the mysterious Sir. So we can just bypass all of these enemies. I don't even know why someone would want to fight these and make it makes no difference. It makes no difference fighting them because, like, you get nothing for doing so. Maybe you get experience points if that's what you really care about, but you get nothing from fighting them. Let's just whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, geez. Okay, let's see if we can cut this corner. Yep, we're good. All right. This room just yells Final Fantasy right here. It yells it because it's like, all right, you're about to go fight the boss. Here's some HP. Here's some, like, MP ethers and stuff to get you ready, and then you're gonna go in. So in the traditional Final Fantasy, let's go ahead, collect our stuff before hopping in. Let's just make a quick check to the end of the stage, make sure we didn't, like, forget anything. Here we go. There should be a final boss in this next room. Here it is. Ooh, baby, this thing looks so good. All right, let's go ahead and screenshot this boss because I wanna remember this boss forever. It looks so sick. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's more OP, our counterpoint or a level 500 Kefka. So I'm doing just chip damage, just a bunch of ones across the board. We're hitting for 55,000 there. Riku's got aerial enemy defense minus 60, so maybe I could just take it home with Riku. Yeah, Riku, and then the extra attack went off, and we're good. All right, there it is. There was the Kefka boss fight. Nice. That was, gosh, that was such a sick looking Heartless. One of my favorites. Oh man, what if in Kingdom Hearts 3 in the Coliseum you got to fight like Kefka Heartless? That would be so sick. What if you just fought like the final bosses of Final Fantasy in the Coliseum of Kingdom Hearts? That would be so sweet. I would love to do that. But anyways, we finished our stuff here. Here it is, our 400 jewels. We also got a title. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what that title is. Record Keeper. Okay, so that's really cool. All right, there it is. That's all the missions, guys. All 20 of them. I know it took a while, and there was a lot of commentary that was said. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. All that's left really now for me is Union Cross, which is coming up in about 30 minutes here. And yeah, looks like this raid hour, I'm going to have to sit this one out just because I don't have AP. And I still, to this day, think that if you spend jewels to restore AP, you're either a whale, your party raids a lot and is dependent on you, like, you know, continually raiding during that raid hour, or you're just like, whatever, 100 jewels. But yeah, I'm not going to spend 100 jewels just to raid. Gosh, this is killing me. Let's go ahead, just finish that last objective. It's like, oh, it's like that last objective is just, we're gonna go in with, we're gonna start with something that has a Lux skill right out of the front door here. We're gonna start with our Sora Art EX, which is still really cool. I love the art on Sora Art EX. And then we're just gonna punch through these enemies with our level 0 Diamond Dust. If anyone's wondering, the reason I kept it at level 0 is because I like doing this thing where I oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay. So I like doing this thing where I level up the Keyblade from 0 to shiny. I just really like it. I think it's really cool just to see that come to fruition. It's just like I waited patiently and then I got it. I also think doing it that way makes the game more challenging, especially this new monthly gem quest thing. I'm just like, oh gosh, the last one's Diamond Dust and I've got a level 0 Diamond Dust. Like I gotta really think my way through these. So I still haven't completed them just yet, but yeah, I have to figure that one out. I have to figure out how to defeat that enemy with a Diamond Dust that only has multipliers on like the last 2 slots of it plus my pet slot, and I don't think you can even use a friend medal. So it's like, ooh, geez, like I really got to think my way through that one. So let's see. I hope, because I've noticed that even with the Lux Plus, it's like I'm still clocking out at 1 Lux per enemy. So I hope that I make enough. I just, oh gosh, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to like have to keep fighting enemies just to meet an objective, really. All right, so we are punching through, taking out these search ghosts. Okay. We're at the last enemy with 417 experience points. Or Lux, I'm sorry. 417 Lux. Oh, no. Okay. Let's hope that we can just pull it off and not have to worry about it. Still getting 1 Lux from the Sora Art EX. Alright. Let's see. Boom, baby. We broke it. Okay. Nice. We got our 1500. Alright. So we're good. We completed all the rounds. We got all the objectives. Super sweet. And I think it's going to flag me for metal storage again right now. But yeah, there it is. There's our completed Final Fantasy Record Keeper Challenge, as well as 3 pulls. To wrap up this video in a nice little bow, let's go ahead and do our top drawer deal, and then I think this is where the stream will end for now. So, oh gosh, I want that Terra. That Terra is so good. But let's go ahead and do our top drawer deal. Hope for that illustrated Xion EX, or at least one of the nominees. Having one of the nominees would be great. I don't have either of them guilted yet. So, well, of course, I should have seen this coming. I even said it like right at the end. So let's do that. I'm just going to trait these bad boys later on. And then, yeah. So let's keep our fingers crossed. One last pull. It's not going to be the record keeper pull. It is going to be the top drawer deal. But I've been pulling from this daily and still haven't gotten either an illustrated Xion EX or an illustrated Kairi EX, or even HD Nominee. I've actually only gotten the Kingdom Hearts 2 Nominee, the Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Kairi, and the illustrated Kairi. So let's hope we can get one of the 3 that I didn't already pull. So here it is, 1,000 jewels. We've used 10,000 jewels today, which is crazy. It's been so long since I've spent that many jewels. So here it is, our pull. We've got 1 upright. Let's hope it's a nominee. Nominee? Hey, nice. Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee. Let's go, baby. Okay. And then we got the HD Larxene, which is also really dope. And a magic mirror. This deal is just so worth it. There's so much value in this deal. So let's go ahead and hop over to our... We're going to trait these guys real quick. So we got the Larxene. We have a final boss Marluxia, which we can also guilt. Let's do that first, since that's the least epic one out of all of them. So let's hop on over. You know, a lot of people give final boss Marluxia. It's just boss Marluxia. A lot of people like give it some smack, but I think it's a good medal because it's random target tier 4. And I feel like it fits in a lot of places in Proud Mode if you already have it guilted. So here it is, Boss Marluxia. Let's hope if we have any bad luck, we get it out of the way now so that we can get some awesome traits on our other 2 medals. So here it is. Our trait for Marluxia is gonna be Aerial. Am I happy about this? I don't know if I'm happy about this or not. It's a good trait on a good-ish medal, but there's a lot more ground power enemies. So, I don't know how to interpret that right now. But I'll take it. I'll take it. No complaints here. So let's go ahead and do our HD Larxene. And what is your guild percentage right now? 110. Oh, gosh. Bad. Okay. Let's hope we can at least break 140, which is the minimum during guild campaigns. And hope we can get an awesome trait like ground minus 60, aerial minus 60. Even strength plus 1,000 would be really sweet. So our guilt is 150. Nice. All right. Plus 40 magic mirrors. For our trait, we are going to get... gauges. I don't know how I feel about that since she is a 4-gauge medal. But we did say 40 magic mirrors, which is really sweet. That is really good. I would have preferred the aerial on Larxene, but... You know, you can only have so many good favors. So let's hope our last good favor kicks in right now on our Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee. We have defense plus 2,000. Nick, thank you so much. RNG did get me Nami Bay. Nama Bay, let's go. And the tier 7 version too. So what am I at right now? I'm at a 1-orbed nominee right now. Let's go ahead and see if we could pull extra attack would be sweet. Damage and raids would be sweet. Any of the minus 60 traits would be sweet. Let's just hope we don't double roll defense. So here we go. All right. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. I love, again, like gotchas and trade rolling. I'm like, ah, gosh. All right, here we go. Whew. Wait, we're going to close our eyes, look away, because that helps us usually, sometimes. What did we get? I saw the flash of light. We got strength plus 1,000. Okay, can't complain. It's like I got a boosted Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee without the 4th trait slot. So yeah, there it is. Our Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee boosted. Boosted-ish. I forgot. The boosted Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee actually came with plus 2,000 attack and defense. So yeah, so I got to get another strength plus 1,000 to actually make it a real boosted Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee. Dakota, thank you so much for the that's a great trait comment. Yes, I loved it. It's a good trait. I wish I got it on the HC Lark scene, but you know, it is what it is, and I will take it for what it is. All right, I think that wraps it up for now. I've got some stuff I want to do before playing Union Cross, so I will do that later. But for now, this is my stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who's been here watching. Whether you've hopped in and out, Nick, you are the MVP for the day because you have stuck around pretty much this whole stream and kept, you know, the conversation going. I really do appreciate it. For anyone who's just joining this stream right at the end, I'll go ahead and show you what the other medals look like. The ones that we just got. So here it is. Here is the Tyro. Let's lock that guy. We got 2 Ulalas in the same pull, which was pretty sweet. And then we also got a Dr. Mog, which looks super adorable. I love how they just keep redesigning the Mogs and stuff like that. Gosh, it's been so long since I streamed. Maybe it's worth doing one more pull. I'll do one more pull on the record keeper just to wrap this up. I just love pulling. It's so bad. So we would be at 13,000 jewels spent. Oh, that's so bad, but it's so good. I love these medals. They're so good. So here's hoping for our 8-bit Terra, or Tina, whatever you want to call her. 8-bit Terra Tina. Here we go. Last pull to wrap up the stream. Oh my gosh, I've spent so many jewels. Oh, I'm like out of the safe range for jewels right now. All right, here we go, guys. Eyes closed, fingers crossed. It got us Namabe. Let's see if it can get us Terra/Tina. Whoo, here we go. Come on. Terra. Can I open my eyes? Is it done? Ah, we got a Ulala. Okay, that's fine. All tier 3s again, though, for the pull. So, I think... Is that Guilt? I got a 2-orbed, a 1-orbed, and a 1-orbed, so that's 4 that I slap on the 2. Yeah, that's Guilt. We have a Guilt Ulala right now. So maybe I'll do another pull for the Record Keeper banner later on, but that's it for now. 12,000 jewels plus the 1,000 for the daily. It's just kind of like, ugh. So those are my pulls and my quest hunting for the day. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them down in the comments below. Again, thank you so much to everyone who has stuck with the stream. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun doing this, and it's a great break from doing grad school things. So I really do appreciate everyone who's here. Again, questions, comments, concerns, feel free to throw them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer them. Nick, again, MVP for the day. Thank you so much. Until next time, everyone, take it easy.